Thank you and welcome to the 5th edition of the Kenya Theatre Awards Unveiling of the Nominees. Karibuni sana to all of us who are joining us virtually. I believe most of us are on the virtual space. Today marks an important milestone as we usher in a new set of theatre artists who have been excellent throughout the year of 2025 in the theatre space. We had submissions of over 225 productions across the entire country. Our jury managed to watch 152 of those particular productions, and these productions were spread across 74 venues across the country. So this is an increase, especially in the terms of venues. This is an increase in the number of venues that we are now using for theatre performances. The average price for tickets is still 1,500 shillings. So theatre is still making money for artists, and people are still willing to pay good money for good theatre, but we continue encouraging our audiences to join us and support the creative economy through buying tickets. We have 36 competitive categories of theatre which we award at the Kenya Theatre Awards. This year the number has gone down slightly because of reasons that the jury chair will explain once he steps up onto the stage. And we are going to be having this activity on 26th of February at the Kenya National Theatre. So I'm going to welcome the jury chair to be able to share his remarks as well as let us know what we'll be looking forward to celebrating on 26th. Karibu sana, Chairman Ian Mbogwa.
Good morning. My role is very, very brief. It is just to explain a few things. As the director has said, 2025 we had more productions than 2024, which is good. But on the flip side, the quality was not as good. We as the jury are looking for excellence. And just because you are in this category and you're the only one in this category does not mean that you will automatically be nominated and then, of course, automatically win. We have had to shelve a number of categories because of quality. We did not feel they lived up to our expectations. So you will not be hearing nominations for storytelling, dance, musical theatre, adaptation, learning institution, that is tertiary, that's the colleges and the universities. You will not hear nominations for a lead in a musical, either male or female. That'll be interesting because we've got supporting role category, but not the lead, because we felt they did not live up to our expectations. And looking forward, we are also proposing to have categories of hair and makeup, because what we have noticed is that some groups have really upped their game when it comes to hair and makeup, and we feel that they need to be recognized. Another thing we want to encourage is Kiswahili. So we are proposing to introduce a Kiswahili category. We've got the English, we've got vernacular, which is which is really vernacular, but we have nothing for Kiswahili. And we do need to promote Kiswahili. So that's another proposed category. You will also notice that some productions have not been nominated at all. Unfortunately, some producers decided that they do not want to be considered for awards, which I think is unfair for the actors. So you will find some actors have done really, really well in some production, but they're not going to be nominated because their producer said, my production should not be considered. That's food for thought. It is lovely to see that we have more venues, more productions, people going to different venues, and that shows the growth. But we really need quality. We are looking for excellence. I shall have more detailed remarks during the actual Kenya Theatre Awards. And now I'll hand over to the nominations.
Welcome to the 5th edition of the Kenya Theatre Awards.
These are the nominees. For Best Breakthrough Female Performer, Naomi Wairimo in Against the Tide, Susan Karani in Picha, African Duta in Kifo Kisimani, Renee Gishuki in Free Me. These are the nominees for Best Breakthrough Male Performer: Andrew Nganga in Uga Ngwe, Simon Petero in Paradise of Thorns, Daljit Ochieng in Against the Tide, Olilo Martin in Come Before Winter. These are the nominees for Best Performance by a Young Female Actor: Kaveri Shah in The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea, Naomi Girma in Disney's High School Musical, Tana Gashoka in Just Juliet, Cynthia Duo in Blue Stockings.
Nominees for Best Performance by a Young Male Actor are Maisha Mumo in The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea, Robbie Riddle in Oliver, Prajit Gush in Beetlejuice the Musical, Hussein Suleiman in Blue Stockings.
And the nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Monologue are Naomi Wangoi in Nikabi Nija, Makena Kahuha in Misunderstood, Lucy Vache in Picha, Nice Githinji in After 4:30. These are the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Monologue: Faiz Ouma in It's Such a Good Time, Kevin Maina in Midnight Poetry, Cosmas Kirui in Locked In.
And the nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role in a Play are Jalene Waithera in Wangare 2.0, Foi Wamboi in Badasari, Vivian Kabono in After 4:30, Joyce Musoke in Bad Girls of the Bible.
These are the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role Play: Kemete Wagitau in Wangoa Makeri, Cosmas Kirui in Kifo Kisimani, Tobit Tom in Free Me, Dhuita Mwangi in Locked In. These are the nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Leading Role: Naomi Wangoi in Nikabi Nija, Lucy Wache in Picha, Nice Githinji in After 4:30, Alison Kariuki in Kifo Kisimani.
And the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role in a Play are Samson Omondi in African Twist, Michael Ndunda in Picha, Victor Nyaga in Against the Tide, Martin Kigondu in After 4:30. And the nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical are Jenny Stowe in Just Juliet, Gathoni Waweru in Wangoa Makeri, And the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical are Mas Monte in Just Juliet, Jazz Moll in Oliver.
These are the nominees for Best Playwright Original Scripts. Mohamed Komeja for Picha. Yafesi Musoke for Bad Girls of the Bible. Martin Kigondu of Chords and Discords. Saumu Kombo and Masi Mutisia for Free Me.
And the nominees for Best Choreography in a Musical or Play are Maribel Larson for Beetlejuice the Musical, Aperture Africa Productions for The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea, Brian Otieno Olo for Inceptions, Faith Ekesi and Marna Ibs for Blue Stockings. Nominees for Best Musical Score, Arrangement or Adaptation are Tabu Osusa for African Twist, Modest Chabari for Midnight Poetry.
These are the nominees for Best Set Design. Jew Black, Happily Never After. Aperture Africa Production, The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea. Masi Moriuki and Mr. Geoffrey Namulala, Into the Woods Jr. Tony Chamberlain, Blue Stockings.
The nominees for Best Costume Design are Jacqueline Barbarino for Beetlejuice the Musical, Nancy Alwoch for Bad Girls of the Bible, Aperture Africa Production for The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea, Carla Angar for Blue Stockings. And the nominees for Best Lighting Design are Jazz Moll and Wilfred Onyango for Beetlejuice the Musical, Jazz Moll and Wilfred Onyango for Oliver, Jazz Moll and Wilfred Onyango for The Iron Snake, Charles Steven for Midnight Poetry. And the nominees for Best Sound Design are Alice Coleman and Pierce Williams for Beetlejuice the Musical, Philip Mbaka and Tony Kome for In the Name of the Father, Michael Ludenyo for Midnight Poetry, Bogua for Free Me. And the nominees for Best Stage Managed Production are Harleen Sin in Beetlejuice the Musical, Rita Gitao in Midnight Poetry, Jenny Childs and Anika Bebbington in Beauty and the Beast, Sasha Masharia and Makena Mugambi in Blue Stockings.
These are the nominees for Best Director. Nice Githinji for Misunderstood. Julissa Rowe for Bad Girls of the Bible. Mike Ndeda for Midnight Poetry. Mugambi Ndega for Free Me. These are the nominees for Best Producer. International Christian Center, Nairobi. Jazz Moll and Joanna Ghana, Ray-Ban Players. Julissa Rowe, Chemi Chemi Players. Faith Gitaru, Minor Mind Productions.
And the nominees for Best Children's Play are Disney's High School Musical by Roslyn Academy, The Matatu from Watamu Drove into the Sea by Aperture Africa Productions Limited, Beauty and the Beast by Ray-Ban Players. And the nominees for Best Kikwetu Production are Horia Mwaki by Adoa Mobi, Wagoa Makeri by Kwandego Productions, Nairobi Ilogo Dichiel by Access Light Media, Adhamia Nguhe by Adoa Mobi.
These are the nominees for Best Spoken Word Production. Coffee and Cuddles by Cardiac Poets. Love Notes Volume 2 by Frankie. Midnight Poetry by Minor Mind Productions.
And the nominees for Best Two-Hander Production are Nikabi Ninja by Chisaina Arts, Dampened Spirits by Jukwa Arts Production, What I Didn't Say by Chemi Chemi Players. Of Chords and Discords by Prevail Presents.
These are the nominees for Best Production: Misunderstood, A-Star Productions; Midnight Poetry, Minor Mind Productions; Free Me, Too Early for Birds; Bad Girls of the Bible, Chemi Chemi Players.
And the nominees for Best Learning Institutions Schools are Braban, Tanga Road; Rosaline Academy; Aga Khan Academy, Nairobi; Brookhouse, Karen Campus.
These are the nominees for Theatre Company of the Year: Jukwa Arts Production, Crony Production, Prevail Presents, Braban Players. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Kenya Theatre Awards.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So thank you and congratulations to all the nominees of the 5th Kenya Theatre Awards. As the jury chair said, we have the shelved categories, which you've now seen, or rather the categories that we have shelved from the 36 categories. Voting starts immediately. You can get voting details on our website, www.kenyatheatreawards.com. You can follow more details on that on the social media pages. We'll also be updating the social media pages with the lists of all the nominees, so we're able to get more information from there. As we said, the award ceremony is going to be held on 26th of February at the Kenya National Theatre from 6 p.m. Last year, the theme was burlesque. This year, I hear it's a much simpler theme. It's African Theatre Futurism. Step onto tomorrow's stage today. So I understand there'll be visuals on social media, but it's slightly much more doable than the burlesque one. So thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations to all the nominees, and see you on 26th February as we celebrate excellence in Kenyan theatre at the Kenya Theatre Awards. Asanteni.